Isabel, you need to pull your socks up.
I'm not wearing any socks. I'm wearing tights.
Not literally, Isabel. It's an idiom. We studied it last Thursday. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, I remember now. Oh, hello. There you are. A ti te estaba esperando yo. ¿Estás listo para llevar tu inglés al siguiente nivel con 100 frases hechas? Is that a yes? Good, good.
I want this house spick and span before you go anywhere. It gives me goosebumps. It's like talking to a brick wall. I'm in the doghouse right now.
Esta clase, antes de empezar, decirte que viene con materiales gratuitos para todos los Super Motivated English Students. Tienes un PDF con todas las frases que vamos a ver y las traducciones, un audio descargable también con traducciones y tarjetas interactivas. Todo en nuestro curso gratuito English Sprint en Amigos Ingleses Academy. Aquí arriba y aquí debajo. Let's get started.
Okay, students, grab a cup of tea and let's get started.
La gota que colma el vaso. The last straw.
Living next door to a musician was bad enough, but when he took up the trumpet, it was the last straw.
Apartado de una zona concurrida. Off the beaten track.
We don't like eating out in the touristy areas. We would prefer to go somewhere off the beaten track.
Es más fácil decirlo que hacerlo. Easier said than done.
If you don't want to have a boss, start your own business. Well, that's easier said than done.
Llegar a fin de mes. To make ends meet.
It's quite difficult to make ends meet when you earn the minimum wage.
Ganarse la vida. To make a living.
It's not easy to make a living as a musician these days.
Ir por mal camino. Acabar mal. To go pear-shaped.
Everything started to go pear-shaped from the moment we hired Richard.
Prestar atención. Estar atento. To be on the ball.
Don't go to bed late. We have to be on the ball to answer questions from the police tomorrow.
Estar muy feliz. To be over the moon.
I'm over the moon with my new convertible car.
Querer es poder. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Getting fluent in English doesn't happen overnight, but where there's a will, there's a way.
Es pan comido, es muy fácil. Easy peasy.
Have you never made a French omelette? Let me show you. It's easy peasy.
Cosillas. Bits and bobs.
This is where I keep my notes, pens, and lots of other bits and bobs.
Más vale tarde que nunca. Better late than never.
I got my driving license at 50. Better late than never, I suppose.
Matar dos pájaros de un tiro. To kill two birds with one stone.
Why don't you listen to the audiobook while you drive? This way you can kill two birds with one stone.
Estoy enfadado contigo, vas a dormir en el sofá. To be in the doghouse.
I shrank my wife's new chinchilla jumper. I'm in the doghouse right now.
Aclararse, decidirse, to make up your mind.
You need to make up your mind, sweetheart. If you love him, then marry him.
A tiro de piedra, muy cerca. A stone's throw away.
My hotel is just a stone's throw away from the airport.
Dilo de una vez, suéltalo. Spit it out.
Who bought you those flowers? Come on, spit it out.
Contar un secreto por error, irse de la lengua. To spill the beans.
How on earth does everyone know I got my nose done? Tell me you didn't spill the beans at the hairdresser's yesterday.
Tener mucha energía o entusiasmo. To be full of beans.
Why are you always so full of beans on Monday mornings? I don't get it.
Hacer la vista gorda. To turn a blind eye.
Why does the government continue to turn a blind eye to this issue?
De repente, de la nada. Out of the blue.
Do you remember Rebecca? She just texted me on Instagram out of the blue.
Como los chorros del oro. Spick and span.
I want this house spick and span before you go anywhere.
Darse prisa. To get a move on.
We need to get a move on if we want to catch that plane. Come on.
También podrías, ya de paso, podrías, you might as well.
If you're going to wash your car, you might as well wash mine.
Irse por las ramas. To beat around the bush.
Stop beating around the bush and get to the point.
Eres un sol. You're a star.
Thank you for looking after my cat. You're a star.
Mucha suerte. Break a leg.
Today's the final exam. Break a leg.
Claro como el agua. Crystal clear.
Thank you ever so much. Your explanation was crystal clear.
Quien mucho abarca, poco aprieta.
It sounds really exciting, but I'm afraid I'll have to decline your offer. I'm already working on 2 projects and I don't want to bite off more than I can chew.
Volver loco a alguien. To drive someone nuts.
Sorry that I shouted at you earlier. These children are driving me nuts.
Cuantos más, mejor. The more, the merrier.
Can I invite Mary to the party? Sure, the more the merrier.
Convencer a alguien. To twist someone's arm.
I didn't want to be promoted to supervisor, but my boss twisted my arm.
Irse a dormir. To hit the sack.
I'm exhausted. I'm going to brush my teeth and hit the sack.
Es como hablarle a la pared. It's like talking to a brick wall.
I've told him not to invest all his savings in Bitcoin, but it's like talking to a brick wall.
Estirar la pata. Palmarla. To kick the bucket.
What will happen when the king kicks the bucket?
Tomarle el pelo a alguien. To pull someone's leg.
Really? You met Brad Pitt on your flight to Miami. You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
Soltarse la melena. To let your hair down.
Come on, Mary. It's only 10 o'clock. Have a glass of wine and let your hair down for once.
En el peor de los casos, if worst comes to worst.
If worst comes to worst, you can always stay at my house.
No es lo mío. It's not my cup of tea.
I know cricket is popular in England, but it's really not my cup of tea.
Dar en el clavo. To hit the nail on the head.
I think you hit the nail on the head when you said learning English was like running a marathon.
Robarle la exclusiva o el protagonismo a alguien. To steal someone's thunder. Did you tell the family I'm having a baby?
No, I didn't want to steal your thunder.
Ponerse las pilas. To pull your socks up.
You're falling behind in your English class. You're going to have to pull your socks up, young lady.
Me pone los pelos de punta, me da mal rollo. It gives me the creeps.
The man that was walking around the cemetery in cowboy boots gave me the creeps.
Me pone la piel de gallina. It gives me goosebumps.
It gives me goosebumps when Mary plays Mozart on the piano.
Me da mal yuyu. It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Abandoned houses give me the heebie-jeebies.
Arrancar un problema de raíz. To nip something in the bud.
The recent rise in crime needs to be nipped in the bud before it becomes a bigger problem.
Ver el lado positivo. To look on the bright side.
I know you're sad about crashing your car, but look on the bright side. You were unharmed. It's a miracle.
Dar algo por sentado. To take something for granted.
When I started living on my own, I realised I had taken my parents for granted all those years.
Ya va siendo hora. It's high time.
I've worked in this company for 10 years. It's high time you gave me a pay rise.
Keep your mouth quiet. Estás pisando terreno peligroso. You're walking on very thin ice.
You'd better stop arriving late for work. You're walking on very thin ice.
No ofenderse con facilidad. To have a thick skin.
You need a thick skin to work in customer service, I can tell you that.
Por los pelos. By the skin of your teeth.
I managed to pass my B2 first exam by the skin of my teeth.
Echar leña al fuego. To add fuel to the fire.
The teacher was really angry with me. Telling her to calm down just added fuel to the fire.
Poner en un apuro o en un compromiso. To put someone on the spot.
Sorry to put you on the spot. I shouldn't have asked you who you voted for.
No tiene nada que ver, es harina de otro costal. A different kettle of fish.
I love teaching English online, but doing it on TV is a different kettle of fish.
Las apariencias engañan. Don't judge a book by its cover.
I know he looks like a grumpy old man, but he's a kind man on the inside. Remember, don't judge a book by its cover.
Nada del otro mundo. No era para tirar cohetes. Nothing to write home about.
The food was good, but nothing to write home about, to be honest.
Formar a alguien, enseñar cómo se hace algo. To show someone the ropes.
Enseñar a alguien las cuerdas. John was the one who showed me the ropes during my first month at the company.
Empezar de cero. To be back to square one.
The experiment was a complete failure. That means we're back to square one.
Estar sano y salvo. To be safe and sound.
Don't worry, your guinea pig is safe and sound. I found her in my garage.
Costar un ojo de la cara, un riñón. To cost an arm and a leg.
Is that a real Rolex? It must have cost an arm and a leg.
No hace falta ser un genio, no es tan difícil. It's not rocket science.
I know you're not the best chef, but pancakes are so easy to make. Just mix the ingredients together and pour the mixture into the pan. It's not rocket science.
Perder el tren, perder la oportunidad. To miss the boat.
Sorry, but I'm afraid you missed the boat. The inscriptions are already closed.
No te muevas de ahí. Sit tight.
Please sit tight. The teacher will be here soon.
Me suena, me es familiar. It rings a bell.
Does the name Mary Cartwright ring a bell?
Echarse atrás en el último momento. To get cold feet.
I almost sold my car today, but the buyer got cold feet when he saw the hole in the back seat.
Vender como churros, como pan caliente. To sell like hotcakes.
Those electric skateboards are selling like hotcakes.
Puh, dedícate a otra cosa. Don't give up the day job.
I know it's your first attempt at writing a novel, but please don't give up the day job.
Para el carro. Hold your horses.
Hold your horses, I haven't finished my dinner yet.
Improvisar. To play it by ear.
I don't know where we're going to go out tonight. We're just going to play it by ear.
Tener pasión por algo. To be really into something.
He's really into collecting stamps. Such a strange hobby.
Liarse gorda. The shit's gonna hit the fan. Pardon my French.
When your dad finds out you skipped class, the shit's gonna hit the fan.
Me lo dijo un pajarito. A little bird told me.
A little bird told me it was your birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. Sorry, I forgot.
De memoria. Off the top of my head. What's your ID number?
I can't remember off the top of my head, sorry.
No me hagas mucho caso, no estoy 100% seguro. Don't quote me.
Don't quote me on this, but I believe broccoli is very high in carbohydrates.
Lanzarse a la piscina. To jump in the deep end.
I don't know anything about fashion, but I'm going to jump in the deep end and launch my own clothing brand.
No cantes victoria antes de tiempo. Don't count your chickens before they've hatched.
They'll probably give you that loan, but don't count your chickens just yet.
A caballo regalado no le mires el dentado. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
This pen they gave me is crap, but oh well. I shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth, I suppose.
Quien algo quiere, algo le cuesta. No pain, no gain.
My personal trainer says I need to work harder. No pain, no gain is his favourite motto.
Donde fueres, haz lo que vieres. When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
I had to eat with chopsticks when I was in China. It wasn't easy, but when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Cierra el pico. Put a sock in it.
I've had enough. You've been yelling at each other for an hour. I've had enough. You've been yelling at each other for over an hour. Put a sock in it.
Ve al grano. Cut to the chase.
I'm sorry, but we've been here for 3 hours. Can you cut to the chase?
No es muy espabilado. Not the sharpest tool in the shed.
The new intern is a bit slow, don't you think? Yes, he's not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed.
Presumir, tirarse flores. To blow your own trumpet.
I don't want to sound like I'm blowing my own trumpet, but my English is absolutely flawless.
Dejarse llevar, seguir la corriente. To go with the flow.
I know you don't want to spend your summer in Albacete, but just go with the flow and don't upset your father.
Te debo una. I owe you one.
Thank you for helping me with the move. I owe you one.
Te está bien empleado. It serves you right.
I'm not surprised she slapped him in the face. It serves him right.
Dame un respiro, no me agobies. Cut me some slack. When are you thinking of fixing the kitchen tap?
Oh, please, cut me some slack. I've just arrived home after a 14-hour flight.
Excuses, as usual. Pillar el tranquillo, empezar a entender algo. To get the hang of something.
It took me a while to get the hang of driving on the right. I'm still not used to it.
Yeah. Cuando las ranas críen pelo. When pigs fly.
What? You want to ask my sister out? When pigs fly. Come on, students, we're nearly there.
Buscar soluciones en el lugar equivocado.
I really don't know who stole your packed lunch. You're barking up the wrong tree.
To knock someone's socks off. Impresionar, dejar sin palabras.
Listen to my new song. It's going to knock your socks off.
The lion's share. La mejor parte.
Whoever sells the most will get the lion's share of the quarterly bonus.
Dog eat dog. La jungla. Un entorno muy competitivo y cruel.
I wouldn't start a career in the fashion industry if I were you. It's dog eat dog out there.
On top of the world. Extremadamente feliz.
Mary's on top of the world after finding out she got the job.
To sit on the fence. Dudar, retrasar una decisión.
We're still sitting on the fence about moving to the States or not.
To have bigger fish to fry. Tener cosas más importantes que hacer.
I don't have time to listen to her problems. I've got bigger fish to fry.
To be up your street or up your alley. Ser de lo que te gusta, de lo que te va, de tu rollo.
You love animals, don't you? I've just seen a job offer that's right up your street. Zookeeper.
Snowed under. Con muchas cosas que hacer, con mucho trabajo.
This is perfect if you want to get out of something. Sorry, but I can't go to your baby shower party. I'm completely snowed under at work. Such a shame.
To get down to business. Ponerse manos a la obra.
I have another meeting in a couple of hours, so let's get down to business.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bartlett. That was great. Y a ti, gracias. Gracias por seguir ahí. ¡Woohoo! Bueno, seguramente no recuerdas estas frases ahora mismo. ¿Te acuerdas de memoria? Off the top of your head. Muy pronto sí lo harás porque te están esperando los materiales, el PDF con todas las frases y las traducciones, el audio también con las traducciones. Tienes todo en el curso gratuito English Print en Amigos Ingleses Academy, por aquí arriba y aquí debajo en la descripción. Y de deberes, déjanos tus ejemplos en los comentarios usando alguna de estas frases. ¿Qué te parece? Ah, y por cierto, si no te has suscrito todavía a Amigos Ingleses, ya estás tardando. Dale, dale, como dicen, golpea ese botón bien fuerte. Hit that button. Alright? See you soon. Bye bye.